us today on this special event. The last year has been tremendous for the Monster Club Corporation. It are extremely exciting times, and we're so delighted to share these experiences with you. Hopefully you got yourself some snacks, because we have extraordinary news to share with you today. Monster Club exists to be celebrated together. We assemble our decks and theorize our strategies, but it all comes together when we are together. And even during times of crisis, this is shown to continue online. We see it happening on the Monster Club Discord server and our social media channels. Even influencers tell us they love working with us because the community is so creative and just a really enjoyable group of individuals. We couldn't be more proud, which is why we are creating so much free stuff for the community to enjoy. One would almost forget that it was just months ago when we introduced the Monster Club comic series. It serves such a great platform to experiment with new mechanics, like the introduction of the multiplayer play called Multiplayer Club, and the idea of having a grander playing board, resulting in the introduction of Monster Maze. Which brings us to the new multifunctional board, which was introduced earlier this year. The multifunctional board allows for experimentation with existing and new Monster Club game modes, all of which consist of these three key factors to Monster Club: your spontaneous strategies, your deck assembly, and whether luck is on your side when you pull cards from your deck or gamble on a face-down card that your opponent played. In Monster Trial, players agree to a certain number of monsters to be destroyed in order to win. In this game mode, your strategy, deck, and luck are in perfect balance. Now, Monster Club is the most relaxed trading card game in the world, and our players tell us that Monster Trial is considered the most straightforward way to play, because of its easy to understand winning conditions and scalability, which is why Monster Trial is now considered the default way to play. This is Monster Club. The winning conditions are just so easy to explain now, also to new players. And Monster Club is accompanied by many other game modes. Here's an overview of these game modes. So in Monster Club, you destroy the agreed amount of monsters of your opponent in order to win. This means that before you start, you and your opponent can estimate the length of a game. Got some time to kill? Go with 10 monsters. A big part of the fun is to assemble different decks for each game mode. But what's even better is that with these three ingredients and the multifunctional board, you can create your own game modes. We cannot wait to see what game mode you will come up with. Monster Club has always been about getting together. It's the perfect reason to gather friends. Season 0, the original set, which started it all, was built upon this foundation. Out of the box, 2 players are instantly ready to play with pre-composed decks. With the single decks, we made Monster Club even more accessible, allowing everyone to join the club. And with the introduction of the booster packs, players were now able to really collect and trade with one another, allowing Monster Club to become a true trading card game. And we are aiming to become a modern classic. Even during crisis, the Monster Club community, you, still finds each other online, plays games, and has fun. To us, this is the ultimate drive to continue doing what we do, enabling you to have a great time. It's the ultimate reason we wish to introduce even more players to the club. for it has shown to be able to give so much. This is Monster Club Season 1, holding 54 unique, entirely new cards, 2 pre-composed decks, and endless customization. And we're so excited to finally show it to you. Season 1 is packed with monster and power cards we know you're going to love. So let's check a few of them out. This is Lady Lava. She is one of the newest sacrifice monsters introduced in Season 1, and she's perfectly compatible with cards you might already have. But to celebrate togetherness, we now introduce Gonzo and Lava Girl, the dynamic duo, combined in a single card. Also amongst others, these new high-score monsters can instantly be played, and they make their way into Season 1. As well as monsters with lower scores who can hold more power cards to trick your opponents. Now a great deck is defined by the perfect combination of high-score monsters, monsters that can carry multiple power cards, and of course, great power cards. And with Season 1, we're introducing some amazingly new power cards that provide your deck with even more versatility than before. And there's also a great versatility of special effect monsters in the pre-composed decks of Season 1, like the Golden Leafed Forest Mage, Clever Was the Witch, Gamble Mage, and so many more. And of course the introduction of the entirely new archetype, the Dark archetype, led by Dante, the Dark. And take a look at the new opportunities for Dragon decks too, with the continuation of the Combo Dragon line, which defined Monster Club and laid the foundation for archetypes. There are several new sacrifice monsters in Season 1, like the Winged Oni Beast, which can only be played when you destroy your Oni Dragon and Shielded Dragon Knight. These cards are scattered over the several decks included in Season 1, so you will need to assemble your own custom deck in order to activate this combination. We could only have dreamed of Monster Club getting this far, welcoming so many players to the club and spreading joy globally. And the trained Monster Club eye may have discovered a slight alteration regarding the balancing of the cards of Season 1. Monster Club is meant to be diverse, and with the amount of cards now growing to an outstanding 184 unique cards, every player brings something unique to the table. Yet as we introduced new cards, we saw certain cards showing up in almost every meta deck. Now our competitors prevent this by phasing out cards and keeping ban lists, rendering these cards you own unusable as time passes. But not to worry, because we think these solutions, which we believe are ultimately business models, are not fun at all. They might even keep you from playing your favorite cards. So we are not going with any of these existing options to keep Monster Club balanced, because we think we've got a better solution. We simply keep on improving the cards we have created in the past, And instead of dishonoring them by tossing them away, we cherish them, safeguarding their existence for the future of Monster Club. And this is not some wild guessing work we're doing here, because we've come up with a great balancing model that values expression of individual cards just as much as continuous deck diversity and customization. Now Season 1 is built around this philosophy, and in the future, the balancing system shall expand through all of Monster Club. So there it is, Monster Club Season 1. And of course, it holds so many cards that we haven't been able to show to you yet. Cards that will challenge the existing cards and decks, but also allow new players to get the hang of Monster Club. We simply cannot wait to see what you will do with the new Monster Club Season 1. Which is why Monster Club Season 1 is available today. On behalf of the Monster Club Corporation, I would like to thank you for joining us today. We can't wait to see what you will do with Season 1. Make sure to share this great news, because the more players, the more fun Monster Club gets. So let the games begin, and until we meet again,